Everyone. Today I wanted to show you how you can use Compass to assign different assignments or activities to different students in your classroom. So I'm going to be logging into Compass as myself under my teacher account. Then once I get logged in, I should see a lot of different options. So I can go to the Courses and Assignments tab here. And then what I want to do is I want to build an assignment for my students. So that's going to be under the Assignment Builder tab here. From here, I get lots of different options of how I can search for assignments for my students. So I can go to the Common Core tab and pick a subject and my grade level to search by CCSS standard, or I can go to the NWEA app and then I can search based on my students' RIT scores. So from here, for example, I've just chosen math. I get a list of different RIT band levels here on the side for the different components of the MAP test. So I might say that my student, I have a student who has this RIT band for geometry and this RIT score for measurement and data, this one for numbers and operations, and here for operations and algebraic thinking. And I can see all those different RIT scores for these folders over here to the side. So like even here where they're cut off, I can still see those RIT scores right over here. So I've selected 4 different activities based on their student RIT score for math. Then I can go down here to the bottom where it says Add Selected Tasks. Once I click there, it will automatically load those tasks for me into a new assignment. So I'll see all of the ones that I've selected. So now I've got these built for my student for math, but let's say I want to add something for reading also. If I go back here, add curriculum, it will take me back and then I can choose a different subject. So I'll go back under NWEA, but this time I want to do their reading folders. So you can see again that it's going to break it down by the different strands of MAP and by the different RIT scores. So then I would just choose based on my student's RIT score here. I can choose a language plan, a writing plan, and then once I select all the activities that I'd like, I go to Add Selected Tasks again. And then it will combine those tasks with the other ones that I've already built. So I can go back and forth between Add Curriculum as many times as I want and get a lot of different customized activities for my student. So here I'm going to give this assignment a name. So let's just say that I'm going to assign this to student 1 in my classroom. And I want to switch the order. I want it to be sequential, where they would have to start with the first activity and progress through it naturally that way. If you leave it on self-select, then it's not going to be any sort of sequential order. The student will get to choose whatever order they want. So that might be good for other options, but for this specific one, I want them to work through it on my sequential order. So once I've got all of this set up, I can go here to complete my assignment. And then I get to fill in some options. So here I'm just going to say that this is a sample assignment. You can describe yours in a way that makes sense to you and your student. You'll see here's where it carried over that sequential. So even if I selected one and then I want to do a different one here, I can select that here. And then these are all the different options here. The one that is the most important where it says show Compass Writer, we want to leave that one on as no. Because if we select yes, then it's going to trap the student in a certain activity in a certain way, and that's not what we want to do. So we're going to leave that one selected as no. We'll say that this is just one of my assignments. You also have the options to assign them, I think, to your school. I have the option to assign it to the district if I choose to. That just means that another teacher could use this built assignment. But since I'm building it just for this one specific student, I'm just going to leave it as just my assignments because it's pretty rare that another student in the school would ever need this specific set of activities. So we'll just leave it as my assignment. I'm going to select a subject. So we'll just say math, even though I put math and reading in there together. And then I can select a grade level. And then I have to choose here. And since it had both, I'm going to go ahead and select both reading and math since those were included in my activity. The last option down here at the bottom says that you can either directly assign this to your students now, or if you're not quite ready to do that, then you can choose to save this assignment and then you can assign it to them later. Since I'm ready now, I'm just going to go ahead and say yes and click the next button. This is where I get to decide who I want to assign it to. So if I check this box, it will assign it to my entire classroom. But since this was just a specific set of activities for one student, I can just select that one student. And then if I click finish, it will assign those activities to that student and they'll see them in their Compass the next time they log in. So basically, that's it in a nutshell. I hope that's been kind of helpful, especially for those of you that maybe didn't take reading MAP this year. I know, like kindergarten and first, you may want to give your students some assignments in reading. So this would be exactly how you could do that. Other ideas might be using this for like RTI time. If you have a student who scored in a certain RIT level or they're really struggling with a standard, then you can assign them specific activities to help boost them in that area. So I hope this has been helpful. Please reach out if you have any questions at all. Have a great day.